If you have a comment, if you raise your hand to give a comment, we ask that your comment be very, very synonymous to a rose. Roses are beautiful. Give me 2 seconds. Yes, sir.
I thought that the roses grows with the thorns for some reason.
They do. So hear me when I tell you. All right. Roses are beautiful. At the head of the rose is a beautiful plant. All right. If you have a comment, we ask that it would be beautiful, respectful. We ask that your comment would be enlightening to the class. Okay. We don't want to make any comments that are not based and fundamentally on enlightenment. All right. From there, we want to have budding questions. If you have a question, all right, a bud is the beginning stages of a plant, right? So it has so much potential. If you have a question, we ask that your question be filled with potential. Let it be a question that sprouts our intelligence. Let it be a question that expands the class educationally. Don't give a question if you don't feel like it's for the betterment of the class. If you have a question, we ask that it will be educationally expounding. And then the thorns, my man, he already touched on it, right? So thorns are a part of life, but we want to try to refrain from the thorns in this segment of the conference. We don't want to say any insensitive statements. We ask that you would respect everybody. No derogatory, demonstrative, or outright disrespectful statements for the next hour. Cool? Again, we're going to touch on some mature content, so if you feel a little triggered, or maybe you need to step out for 30 seconds, you may feel free at any point, and then come right back in case we say something that may be alarming. All right? All right, let's get into it. So here it is. How do plants develop? All right? My man right there, he already on it.
Plants start off with seeds. Then they start growing like a sprout, and then sooner or later, sometime later, they will start to grow as high, and then they start to develop their things that they're growing. Like if it's food, it will grow the way food is supposed to grow. And then another way is if it's a plant, then the buds will start to come in, and then later it will bloom. And then
You hit the nail on the head. Can you say your name?
Malachi.
Malachi, you get a snack too. You hit the nail on the head, right? So plants just organically grow over time. There is some natural, very, very natural, dependent variables that causes for plants to grow, all right? Same thing in the subject, hear me, of sexuality. We just naturally grow in the capacity of sexuality, all right? It's just natural. At some juncture in your life, you're going to experience puberty, and you're going to experience some new hormones, and those hormones are organic. Nobody put that in you. Your body is naturally producing these hormones that naturally cause for you to expand or mature in your sexuality. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay, all right. So as your body just naturally matures, likewise plants just naturally mature. So let's get into some specifics, right? What are some of the variables that may cause a plant to grow or not to grow? Somebody help me here. Mr. Malachi, boy, you about to get a 110% today.
Well, if a plant can't grow, plants basically need water to survive.
Okay, so water. Boom, one. Anybody else got another? What's another?
Sun.
Hold on. Say your name, sir.
Mark.
Mr. Mark. Yes, sir.
Sun.
Sunlight. Yes, ma'am. Help me out.
Soil.
Soil. Yes, ma'am.
Nutrients.
Huh?
Nutrients.
Nutrients. Yeah, fertilizer. Those kind of things.
And
Talk to me.
nature.
Nature. Yeah. I affirm.
Rain.
Water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rain helps the plants grow.
Uh-huh.
Rain is some type of water.
Right. So we got soil, we got fertilizer, we got sunlight, we got rain. All of these things are variables. Hear me. Y'all hear me? Now you got to get this. Don't miss this. All of these are variables that may cause a plant to grow or not to grow, right? Water, soil, fertilizer, oxygen. These are other factors, right? Carbon monoxide. These are other factors, right? So here it is. I want to get to the next point because I don't want to take up too much time. So here it is. This is the thought process that plants grow with external stimuli and internal stimuli. Let me say that one more time. Make sure everybody got me way back in the back. Plants grow with external stimuli, outside forces, forces that are not inside of the plant, and then with internal stimuli, inside forces, forces that are within the plant. In the same manner, likewise, we all, in the field of sexuality, naturally mature with, hold on, let me say this, external forces and internal forces. What are some external forces that may, you go to the next slide, some external forces that may cause for us to mature or bud or sprout in sexuality? You got to make sure you're about to hit the nail on the head, Mr. Malachi. You've been doing good.
I gotta think about it though.
Okay, think about it for a second.
Right.
Talk to me nice
All
now.
right.
So there are external forces and internal forces that cause for us to mature in sexuality. Let's deal with the internal stimuli force. Internal stimuli. Fundamental, basic, human nature, hormones. Your body naturally, just like a plant naturally produces oxygen, carbon monoxide, all of those things. Your body naturally produces hormones. Estrogen, testosterone. Help me out, ladies. Huh? Oxytocin. These are natural hormones that our body produces that causes for us to mature in our sexuality. At some point in your life, your body is going to put some hormones in you that's going to cause for you to want to engage in your sexuality. And hear me, that is okay, because we started right here. Sex is your choice, nobody else's. It's your decision. Fair? Some other factors that may cause us to mature in sexuality. Environmental factors.